Hello everyone, it's DA here. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. Today I'm going to be giving you another behemoth guide in Dauntless, and today we are going to be taking a look at Rezakiri. This is going to be a solo guide, so I will be soloing this behemoth with my repeaters. I will give you some step-by-step, some tips, tricks, and things to make things a lot easier. Rezakiri is a heroic radiant behemoth. This also means that it is a level 17 behemoth. Because of this, the game will require you to have at least a 550 weapon and a 550 armor. You don't need to be at 550, you just need to be at least at 490 to 500. Your weapon rating scales with the amount of damage you can deal, and your armor rating also scales with the amount of damage that you can take. You also want to get a set of Valomir armor pieces for the radiant protection if you are doing this for your first times. And when it comes to weapons, you can use armor damage, which is my suggestions, or any other element on your weapons. I will also advise that you do not use radiant weapons because the behemoth is radiant and has a partial immunity to radiant effects. This is the build that I am using in this video. Now, a quick disclaimer in regards to this build. It is not the best, but I tend to test out different things and different effects and cells to see how it interacts on certain behemoths, and that is what was going on when I was trying this build with Rezakiri. For tonics, I tend to focus on my usual Blitz tonic and Frenzy tonic. I use repeaters, and a lot of times when you first start off the fight, your firing mechanism is a little bit slower. So Frenzy tonic and Blitz tonic is the two things that I always use before I even pull out the revolvers. So that is something that is very, very important, and that is my own strategy. I will also advise you to take whatever you can away from the way I play this and some of my movesets, with the hope that it can help you. I had a couple of mistakes here and there, but I still got it done. When fighting Rezakiri, it is better to stay very close to the behemoth, and when the time comes, stay closely and move behind Rezakiri. Rezakiri has a series of attacks that can make things quite interesting. You have the usual body slam on the ground, then you have the tail swipe, and of course, you have all the usual Karabak actions, which is one of those behemoths that this behemoth was modeled after. The first action is the radiant orbs. You will see a lot of orbs that will be either dropping from the sky or the ground level. If the orbs are dropping from the sky, the best thing to do is run towards Rezakiri. If you run away from it, those orbs will get you. You always want to run towards Rezakiri and just keep on weaving and dodging as you do so, because what is going to happen is all those orbs will be right behind you. If the orbs are on the ground level with Rezakiri, you want to slow down your run and you just want to turn left and right and move left and right to dodge and weave those orbs. Once again, getting towards Rezakiri means all those orbs will be right behind you. So it is very important. This is why you get really close. Also, when you get close to Rezakiri, be careful because after a lot of those attacks, it's going to drop to the ground and you don't want her dropping on top of you. From time to time, Rezakiri will torch its laser tail. The first one is going to be the spiral one, and the next one is going to be the linear brush swipe. The trick to the first one is to roll forward and inside the circle. Then the moment that the laser stops, you have a split second where you want to roll outside. This is going to help you avoid the drop. In some cases, the laser will have this spiral back where it will spiral in one direction and then go counterclockwise in the other direction. So you want to roll forward, which is to roll in, and the moment it's coming back, you want to roll outside, which is going to help you avoid it. Another laser type, as I talked about earlier, is going to be the straight line brush swipe. The trick to this one is to roll in the direction that the brushing is coming from. So if the laser brush is coming from the right side, you want to find that precise moment and roll towards the right side. If it's coming from the left side, you roll to the left side. And sometimes it has two laser brush swipes and you just want to roll in any of those directions. So that is very important to pay attention to. Also, it will help if you have some earphones or headphones in, because the sound cues in this game are a big factor when it comes to fighting them. It makes things a lot easier because you can time a lot of these things right just by listening to them. Now, Rezakiri at some point is going to create a prism. This and the ability to be able to teleport you to wherever it is. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So, it's going to be able to create a prism, and that prism is going to lock you in while it's going to rain down multiple attacks at you, which is likely going to be orbs or lasers. So, if you're using an Umbra weapon, you can easily destroy those prisms. Also, one thing to know is that the orbs from Rezakiri are also able to destroy those prisms. However, you don't want to test it out all the time, because 9 times out of 10, when the orbs destroy the prism, it's also going to destroy you. So you want to be careful with that. Just aim your weapons at them, break it up, and then go and move forwards towards Rezakiri and watch out for any of those attacks. Now, if you're fighting Rezakiri and you finish the first phase of the fight and then it disappears and blinded you, Rezakiri is going to teleport you to her from time to time. So if you try to use a healing pylon, it will teleport the entire team, and that is crazy. So using your health tonics and your health potions are going to be very useful, because you can just keep on running towards it without waiting to get some health back and just use those. So it is very important. Now, it doesn't teleport you all the time, but chances are it's going to teleport you. So that is going to be one of those things that you have to pay attention to. Always remember to stay close to Rezakiri, stay behind it when the time comes for it, roll towards the lasers, roll outside. You always want to pay attention to those sound cues. Also, avoid Rezakiri dropping on top of your head. Focus on the head when it comes to damage, because you either want to be able to knock it out, break it. Anywhere you're seeing yellow damage, you always want to focus on it. Rezakiri's tail is not a smart choice when it comes to shooting it or attacking it. The health on that tail is very high. So if you're just focusing on the tail, it's going to take you a long time. Now, of course, if you are farming the tail, then, you know, be my guest and go for it. However, if you're just trying to get a kill, trying to get a break part, legs, arms, go for the head, and chances are you're going to hit the arms while doing so. So it is very important to pay attention to that. So always focus on the head, and when the time is right, just take that money shot right in the face. I hope this video helps. If you need a Sherpa for some of these heroic hunts, just get your gear to around 400 power level, and then if I'm available on Discord, shoot me a message and I should be able to Sherpa you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.